everyone, my name's Lucy. I'm a second year French and beginner Spanish student at the University of Nottingham. Today I'm going to talk to you about starting a new language at uni. So first of all, why did I choose to learn a beginner's language at university? Well, first of all, I wanted to challenge myself. I knew that it would be quite a difficult thing to do. I also wanted to expose myself to another culture, not just that of Spain, but also from Latin America. And I also thought it would complement French quite nicely, which I've studied all the way through from secondary school up until now. How was my experience as a first year learning a beginner's language at the University of Nottingham? I found it really rewarding and also really fun. Learning a beginner's language, I found myself in a lot of small group classes. We were in them quite a lot because we had quite an intensive course to follow, which meant I made a lot of course friends because we were always around each other. Spent a lot of time in the Trent building, which is absolutely beautiful. Overall, I didn't find it too difficult. I definitely knew it was going to be challenging when I started my degree, but overall it's not too bad. There's definitely a lot of persistent work that you have to put in. You do have to practice every single day, just because classes are so intensive and you're expected to get to a very high level very quickly. But I've definitely found it rewarding. I went in only knowing how to say hello, and now I can say a whole lot more. And I'm really looking forward to going on my year abroad. Whilst learning a language from scratch is challenging, I found it to be incredibly enjoyable. I've been able to actually apply my skills to real life situations. I've also really enjoyed learning cultural modules alongside my language. So far I've studied modules on Spanish literature. I did that in my first year. I've also studied modules on the New World and the conquest of South America, as well as Spanish art and Spanish language film, which I've really enjoyed. By the time I enter my fourth year, I'm going to be in the same language classes as those that did post A-level Spanish, meaning that despite not taking the language at all before I arrived at uni, I will be in exactly the same level. I will hopefully be at exactly the same level despite having studied it for only 3 years. Overall, I'm incredibly happy that I chose to learn a beginner's language at university. I would highly recommend it to anyone that's considering it. It's definitely incredibly rewarding and it really does challenge you to get out of your comfort zone, especially on your year abroad. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!